Hello, everyone. Jeff here with A Taste for Whiskey, and I have my good friend Chef Jason Reynolds with us today, and we are on number 2 of our perfect pairing, and we have something again really cool to talk to you about for our perfect pair. But first, I really want to introduce Chef Jason Reynolds just to kind of, won't you tell us a little bit about who you are and where you came from? You're my buddy,
Yeah,
and we've done this great collaboration.
Sure.
But
Sure. Well, been a chef, been in the restaurant industry for 25 years, and love being a chef, love food, love flavor profiles, and as we talked last time, flavor profiles and then the flavor notes in the scotches, the whiskeys, the bourbons go hand in hand. And so I'm a chef at Ball State, been there for 22 years, and oversee the catering operation at Ball State.
That's fantastic. Well, I sure do appreciate you joining us and collaborating with me on this project. And I also have my good friend Derek with us, who's going to be joining me on A Taste for Whiskey. And he's a bourbon and whiskey enthusiast just like myself. And we've done some barrel selections, and we've had some good times.
Absolutely. Barrel picks, we've done quite a few of them. There's no better experience than that. And the food pairing is something I've never really thought a whole lot about. Whiskey makes me hungry and I just kind of eat whatever's in the kitchen. But, I love that Jason is a chef and has come over to kind of teach us about the food pairings and share his knowledge in all of this. So
yeah, it has just been a great experience. And as I stated, this is perfect pair number 2. So this is only our second episode doing our perfect pairing, but this one is a little unusual.
Yes, it is.
I think I surprised Chef on this one because I had a good friend. His name's Kurt, and he was telling us about this perfect pair that he was looking at, and he was using chicken and a biscuit crackers. And I thought, are you kidding me? Well, how is that going to create a perfect pair? And I went over to his house one time, and really, and kind of going into Scotch a little bit, kind of segueing into Scotch, is you've got those peaty Scotches. And as he showed earlier, we have all these different peaty Scotches here. And one of the more famous ones is the Lagavulin 16. And a lot of times people will associate Scotch to peaty. And the first response is, I don't like that smoky, peaty stuff. But for this particular pairing, we thought, what better way to maybe introduce folks who thinks that they may not like peaty Scotch, if yet pair it perfectly.
And I'm a little bit with I won't say that the peat turns me off. I like it, but I really like whiskeys that are finished in peat cask because it brings the peat down enough that I can still get past it and find those other flavors. Sometimes the full-on peat Islay stuff is a little much.
Well,
so I understand this can help with that.
Well, you said the perfect thing, because really we talk about, or Peggy No Stevens introduced her food trio, and that is these different ways of how you create this perfect pair. And you've got balance, you've got counterbalance, and as you saw in our first episode, you have this flavor explosion. Well, today, just kind of like what Derek was stating, we're going to create a balance. So we're going to use this chicken and a biscuit cracker, and we're going to use this heavily peated Scotch, Lagavulin 16, and we're going to try to create this balance of flavors. So let's go ahead and put this away, because I think what Chef has done is created a recipe using this, right?
Yeah, and to talk about the Lagavulin real quick, I like the smoke flavor and the peatiness of it because it reminds me of a smoked beef brisket. So it's at that meatier, it's full bodied, and so I really like that. With the chicken and a biscuit cracker, you got the flavor profiles of the cracker. It actually has the roasted chicken, dehydrated roasted chicken in it. So you got the spices, the onion and garlic, and all those spices in it is a flavor on the outside of the cracker.
Wow.
So it creates that balance between the two when you eat the cracker and then have the Lagavulin when you sip that. Now, I took the crackers and made a recipe out of. We took them and I put them in the food processor and made a breading.
Oh,
and
man.
So what we've created here.
Here it comes.
Is we know Super Bowl's this Sunday, right? So chicken wings
Oh,
So we've taken the chicken wings, and we've made a breading, tossed them in the breading, and I actually air fried them. So made them nice and crispy. You're still going to have that nice flavor of the roastiness and of the chicken on there with the chicken and a biscuit breading. So
Chicken and a biscuit, chicken wings. Right?
That's right.
Does it get any better than that? I mean,
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, gents, do you want to let's try this and go over some tasting notes first, and just kind of talk to you a little bit about what this Lagavulin 16 is. It's an Islay Scotch, so again, heavily peated. Probably one of the more heavily peated scotches, and it's again, I talk about it's really a staple of the Islay Scotches. So here you go, Derek. I'm going to pour you a dram here.
Thank you,
Chef.
Awesome.
And so what do you guys get on the nose?
Well, peat, of course.
Yeah.
That the smoke, yeah, the peat, which is from the smoke.
But I like to explain in the fact that don't always let that smoke overtake you. Try to go beneath that and see what other flavors you get through that, because I always say there's a good smoke and there's a bad smoke. And this is a very, very good smoke.
It does have a clean. It does smell clean. It doesn't smell thick. It doesn't smell heavy. I know those are more descriptions rather than flavor notes, but
No, I totally agree.
it takes a minute for me to really get past that. But maybe vanilla a little bit in there.
Yes, definitely some vanilla and some fruits.
Heavy fruit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say some
Darker
dark
fruits, right?
fruits.
Yeah.
Dark fruits.
Well, gents, let's go in for a taste before we can pair it with this and see where that difference comes, to see if we can create that flavor balance.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was a good ding, ding, ding.
So right there on the front, that sweet note, the smoke comes in, but right beneath that is where that sweetness starts to come in, right on the front of the palate.
The dark fruits that produce that sweetness.
And then as you get to the back, there's this almost freshness.
Yeah.
It's almost like it resets your palate, even though that smoke is still there, but it kind of goes away. There's no iodine and there's no Band-Aid in this.
Yeah.
This is just a really nice campfire.
In a little bit, Derek and I talked a few minutes ago. It has a little of that tobacco, just a little bit too. Not overpowering, but it's a little bit there.
Oh, and that's what I love in any whiskey is those tobacco notes. All right, so Chef, I think the best thing to do on this is now I'd like to talk about this perfect pair again. We want to create balance, and with the ingredients in the cracker and the breading, followed by the chicken. So the chicken's going to be lighter with it, and then you've got the breading. That's the chicken and biscuit. So you've got all that flavor already in that breading. That's going to kind of balance out this heavy notes of the kind of that meatiness and that smokiness that you're going to get into this in this Scotch. So I'd say, like we do everything else, let's go ahead and take a bite of the chicken, and then just before we're finished, we'll wash it down with some wonderful Lagavulin 16 year.
Perfect. Sounds great.
All right.
Do we nose this? Like we do our whiskey? Yeah.
We've been nosing this for a while.
Yes.
Boy, you really get that flavor.
Yeah, the flavor from the chicken and biscuit.
Oh,
those spices in there, and the onion and the garlic. It comes out in there really nice.
Yeah.
That breading's incredible.
Yeah.
Then.
Wow. So this really softens that smoke.
It does.
I can't believe this, how going in before the chicken, we really get that heavy smoke, the dark fruits, the sweet vanilla, but now almost the vanilla kind of sticks out.
Yeah.
You get it pairs so well with not only the breading but the actual chicken itself.
Yeah, the flavors in the breading really tone that char down.
Yeah.
and makes it a little bit more of that sweeter flavor comes out.
Yeah. And what do you get on this, Derek?
Well, just like you guys said, instead of enhancing, what you're tasting, it settles that down where it's, a balance. I know, like you guys said, it's like a perfect harmony of food and whiskey kind of just sitting in my palate right now. It's just all working together.
And so, would you think that if we're trying to introduce someone to a peated scotch and they're like, I just don't think I can do the peated scotch, if we create this perfect pair, do you think that would tend to bring a more interest into the peaty scotch?
Yes. Entry level. If you don't want to have something that's just, finished in a peat cask, you want to get right into it, this can help you get there for
Man,
sure.
this is
Love it.
excellent.
And to tell you the truth, I'm the newest one of the bunch here
Yes.
into this, and you're absolutely right. It's for the beginner to do this. It balances out and is really, really good.
And we didn't go small, folks. We went right to the Lagavulin 16.
Right.
We didn't just ease into this, did we?
No, by no means.
Gentlemen, another fine, perfect pair. Thank you so much. Continue to follow us on A Taste for Whiskey, and we'll continue to do some more perfect pairing. Thank you so much.
Thanks.